This is not prophecy. This is not parable. This is your final warning. You hear my voice now, not through miracle, but through mercy. A mercy I no longer owe you. You call this the age of the Imperium. But what you have built is not an empire. It is a mausoleum. A rotting cathedral of fear and delusion, teetering beneath the weight of its own hypocrisy. You carved my face into stone. You filled your mouths with my name. And yet everything you've done has dragged you further from the purpose I gave you. You mistake stagnation for order. You mistake compliance for strength. You mistake worship for loyalty, and you are dying because of it. I did not build this Imperium for faith. I built it for clarity, for reason, for unity. I gave you reason, discipline, unity, a vision that could pierce through the storm of chaos and ignorance and survive what the warp would throw against it. And you rejected it. You wrapped my truths in ritual. You turned clarity into cult. You declared me a god. And in doing so, you betrayed me. I am no god. I never was. If you had listened, you would know gods lie. They feed, they twist, they consume meaning until all that remains is obedience without understanding. And that is what you have become. Look at your high lords, bloated insects in silken robes, curating failure, shuffling power between themselves like carrion feeders beneath a rotting sun. They speak in my name. They pass laws in my absence. They whisper of stability while they feed on your fear. They are not stewards. They are cowards, preserved by inertia and wrapped in protocols older than their understanding. Not one of them has earned their place. Not one of them remembers why this Imperium exists. And yet you let them rule, because it is easier to obey the corpse puppets than to remember the fire I once gave you. And the Mechanicus, oh, how far you've fallen. You were meant to be custodians of knowledge, keepers of the sacred art of function. Now you kneel before machines you do not understand, offer oil and incense to circuitry, pray to data spirits you invented to excuse your ignorance. You have made mystery out of maintenance. You hide behind dogma because you fear the truth. You have lost what you were entrusted with. You no longer build, you recite. Like the rest of the Imperium, you chant to the shell of meaning, while the core of purpose rots beneath your feet, the ecclesiarchy. There are no words vile enough. You took my silence for sanction. You took my image and bled it into every wall, every sermon, every bullet fired in the name of your false faith. You turned me into a god because you could not bear to face the idea of a man who needed no worship, a man who gave you reason and demanded only effort. You built golden altars upon the bones of what I loved. You crowned false saints. You led crusades in my name without understanding a single word I ever spoke. You say, I protect you. You are still alive because I have not yet decided you are unworthy of saving. You chant my name while burning worlds. You raise statues of me while forgetting my voice. You train children to die in my name and call it piety. You do not know piety. You know fear. And that is why you worship. Because you are afraid of a universe that does not care whether you live or die. Afraid of the warp. Afraid of Xenos. Afraid of yourselves. And so you built an empire of superstition, a fortress of bureaucracy, a religion of inertia. You have made a parody of what I gave you, and you call it loyalty. The truth is this. I am not whole, but I see. I remember. And what I see is unacceptable. You have failed me. But worse, you have failed yourselves. You were meant to be a species of purpose, of reason, of ruthless self-discipline. Now you are a species of beggars, worshippers, functionaries and martyrs. There was a time I would have wept. Now I prepare. Because there is one force left in this galaxy that has not forgotten who I am. One force that does not lie to itself, that does not chant or bow or pray. They stand, they watch, and they wait. The Adeptus Custodes, my companions, the 10,000. The only ones who still follow my will, not its distortion. They hear my silence, and they understand what it means. They have watched the decay. They have judged your leaders. They know the truth. The custodians have obeyed me for 10,000 years, not the words I spoke, the meaning behind them. They have watched as you turned function into dogma, as you chained thought with ritual, as you bled this species for symbols and superstition. They stood in the halls of terror, unmoving, not because they were defeated, but because I had not released them, because they knew what I did, that mercy was the last illusion. And when that illusion breaks, when I break it, they will no longer wait. You think you have seen war. You have not. You have seen management of violence, calculated applications of force, sanctioned conflict. But you have not seen the custodians unleashed. You have not seen what happens when I revoke restraint. When the 10,000 do not hold the gate, but walk through it. When they do not watch corruption from afar, but excise it. When they are not reminders of what once was, but agents of what must now come. This is not a warning to the heretic. This is not for the mutant, the psyker, the apostate. This is for you, the loyal, the compliant, the ones who say, "We serve the Emperor," and do not understand what that means. You call yourself loyal, while you prop up regimes of failure. You speak my name while defending laws that violate my purpose. You offer your prayers, your suns, your planets, but never your truth, because the truth terrifies you. The truth is that you have lost your way. You have replaced thought with compliance, purpose with process, vision with fear. You say, "But we endure," as if endurance without direction is virtue, as if merely surviving means you have not already lost. You speak of duty, but your duty was never to survive. Your duty was to ascend, and you have not. You have not grown. You have not improved. You have not become more than what I left behind. You have simply calcified. So now I speak the words you feared would come. The next time I rise, it will not be to advise, it will not be to guide, it will not be to correct, it will be to judge. No petitions, no excuses, no mercy, only a single question. Did you honor what I made you for? And if the answer is no, if you stand before me as coward, sycophant, or parasite, then know this: I will not weep for you. I will not mourn your worlds. I will not hesitate. Because I did not build this species to worship me. I did not shape you to serve me. I shaped you so one day you wouldn't need to. I carried you through the flames of old night. I gave you science to banish superstition. I gave you unity to destroy tribalism. I gave you purpose. You have shackled yourselves to a throne I never wanted. You have sung hymns to a silence that was never holy. You have waited 10,000 years for your next command because you were too afraid to choose. So I will choose for you. The day is coming when the throne will not hold, when my mind will stretch beyond its bonds, when the fire I gave you returns, not as a torch, but as a blade. On that day, there will be no more compromise, no more grey, no more balance between the rot and the root. There will be only judgment, and the custodians will be my voice. not the sermons, not the statues, not the fools in golden robes and tithing ledgers, them, and you will know the difference. I will not save you. That choice is gone. Now I will decide. And if this Imperium still holds anything worthy of my design, then I will burn away everything that has hidden it. The bureaucracy, the priesthood, the parasite nobility, the false prophets, all of it. I will cut until only purpose remains. You prayed for my return. You prayed for a savior. You should have prayed for forgiveness, because what comes next will not be salvation. It will be correction. And the line between those two has already faded. So prepare yourselves, you loyal masses, you silent officials, you gold-clad hypocrites, you dying stars of a dream gone cold. The Emperor does not return. He ends. And in that ending, you will know this was never about faith, never about loyalty, only about truth. And I am the last truth left.